What's happening, good people? Welcome to the channel. I'm Wes, aka Mr. Budget Watch, and as you've seen by the title, we're going to be taking a look at 5 awesome dive watches that I've reviewed on the channel that are also great for us guys with slim wrists, but will also fit, you guys with larger wrists as well. So this video is going to be, in no particular order. All the reviews for these will be down in the description if you want to check them out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive right in and take a look at the top 5 I've reviewed so far. Let's go. So number 1 on this list is the Phoebus Voyager version 2, one of my favourite dive watches for small wrists. It's quite affordable now if you pick one up on eBay, because that's pretty much the only place you can grab them, because they have been superseded by the version 3. So obviously that would be another good one to look at as well, so I'll put that in as a little bonus. It's basically the same watch, a few little tweaks and improvements. Obviously it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it is going to be more available, brand new, few different dial colours as well, so that's definitely worth checking out. But this one is such a beautiful watch, fantastic dial as well, probably my favourite dial in my collection. It's just so nice, it's almost Seiko good for a fraction of the cost. I love the colour, the texture of it, the really sharp indices, and the size of it as well is perfect. It's 40mm diameter, 46 lug to lug. It's really it's not thin, but it's not thick either, 14.2, so I think it's, strikes a nice balance. And it's 20mm lug width as well, so easy to swap out straps. Not like you'd need to though, because the bracelet is really good as well. Great finishing, really solid and comfortable too. So not only that, I mean, it's got sapphire crystal, which is always nice to see. Full 316L stainless steel throughout, and a 300-meter water rating. Of course, it's probably not been tested at that depth, but it's reassuring that you can take it swimming and probably even snorkeling, no problem. Not only that, it's got some fantastic blue loom. I'm not sure on the compound, I'm thinking it's probably BGW9 loom. But yeah, cracking little watch, wears like an absolute dream on wrist. I have a 6-inch wrist for reference, and it fits like a glove. Nice downturn curved lugs as well, super nice to wear. Can't even describe how much it is to wear. Again, you can check out my review for more information. Moving on to number 2, we have the Mass Irukandji. Now this is a surprise for me. Was expecting it to wear a little bit big, given that it does have a 42mm diameter, but they've pulled a Seiko and given us a 46mm lug to lug, and 13.1mm thick, which is really nice, seeing as it has a domed sapphire crystal. 20mm lug width as standard, so you can easily swap out the strap or bracelet, which it does actually come with both. It comes with a strap and a bracelet for the included price. That's pretty impressive. So we have 200 meters of water resistance, 316L for the case and bracelet, so that's really good. Some solid loom. It's not the best loom I've ever seen, but it is really impressive. And another impressive thing as well, the movement, it's regulated, so it's got an NH35, but it is regulated and it is so accurate. It's really impressive. So Mass have done a fantastic job, and not only that, the styling as well, it's so unique and organic. I love the sort of case shape to it. It kind of looks like a jellyfish, which is, what it's named after. The case finishing is superb, build quality is superb, really impressive bezel action as well, as does the Phoebus, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, all the watches on this list are, really good in that regard. But yeah, such a beautiful and different watch as well. Loads of different dial colours to choose from. I have obviously the sort of sunburst orange, but there's loads of different ones if you're not a fan of that. So this one will set you around about 254 quid with conversion rates. Shipping will probably add a touch more to that if you're getting it from outside of Australia, because that's where Mass are based. But yeah, this is definitely one to consider if you want something a little bit different, but it's fantastic as well. So moving on to our first and only Homage on this list, and that is the San Martin Willard Homage. Brilliant watch, probably my favourite watch I've had from AliExpress. So we have a 44mm diameter, but don't let that put you off, because its lug to lug is only 46mm, so it is that Seiko magic. They make big, wear small, and that is definitely the case here. It wears so nice on my slim wrist. Honestly, I thought it was just going to be too big, it was going to be a review and then a flip, but no, I've actually kept it because it wears so nice. And that's kind of reassuring as well, because I know I can now probably pull off a Seiko Turtle if I ever did want to go that route. But yeah, we have 13.7mm thick, so it's not too thick. It's quite low slung actually, surprisingly, because this size of it, it actually wears a little bit sort of lower than you'd think. Sapphire crystal, 316L case, which is brilliantly finished by the way, polishing at the sides, beautiful brushing around, a great quality silicone strap just to top it all off, and yeah, fantastic loom as well, some of the best loom I've seen outside of a Seiko. 200 meters water resistance just to put the icing on the cake, 160 quid or thereabouts. They actually do it on a bracelet now as well. If you do prefer a bracelet, I think the silicone strap is perfectly fine, but you guys might want a bracelet, but they do that option now as well. That'll run you a little bit of a premium though. Moving on to number 4, we have another surprise on this list, the Depth Charge Diver. Now this one is from the watch shop, it's their own brand, and it really surprised me for the price point, because back then it was a little bit cheaper when I reviewed it, but since then prices have sort of climbing up a little bit. So this one has fantastic bezel action, really solid build quality, just a few minor little issues with it, but nothing I'd call deal breaking or, you know, enough to put you off. So 41mm diameter, I think that's still pretty wearable on a slim wrist, and that is thanks to the 47.8 lug to lug, just fits really nicely on a slim wrist. 20mm lug width as standard, 13.4mm thick, so it does wear really nice, really comfortable watch to wear. Sapphire crystal, 316L throughout, 200 meters and some solid loom. Not the best loom on this list, but still very impressive. Price wise, you're looking at around £160 starting from for the green, which is one I managed to get hands on with, but they also do other colours as well if the green doesn't float your boat. Final watch on this list, and it's the most expensive, coming in at £560, but it is the Seiko Samurai. Now mine did have a few little QC issues, but I have seen some perfect examples out there, so you might get lucky or you might not. It's just a bit of a Seiko lottery. But this one is a fantastic watch, probably nearly my favourite dive watch I've ever had on the channel. It is brilliant. Wears much smaller than you'd think. It's a 43.8mm, but 45.8 lug to lug, so it actually wears smaller than you'd think, but because of the diameter it does look a little bit large, even though it wears small. It's very, very peculiar, but it is a comfortable watch to wear nevertheless. Only 12.8mm thick, which was quite surprising because it does look thicker than that. 22mm lug width, so it is a little bit bigger, but still really easy to find straps if you want to. Sapphire crystal, oh, it does come on a bracelet too if you want that. It's a little bit more expensive though. A proper 200 meter water resistance, so you can actually take this down to that depth. Not like you'd likely to, but you can. 316L case and a very, very good quality silicone strap. And the loom is incredible on this watch. It's so bright and lasts for ages. Yes, it is expensive, but if you've got the resources for one of these watches, I would highly recommend it. And that dial just finishes it off for me. Again, you know, it is expensive, and you know, if you look on eBay you might be able to find one cheaper, which is what I tend to do when looking at Seikos. I don't usually buy them at retail, I usually buy them pre-owned, because that's where you get all your good deals pre-owned. Of course that has some little caveats as well, but you know, if you know what you're doing you can get some cracking deals. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it for this one. They are my top 5 recommendations. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting you go out and buy any one of them. They're basically just for you to be aware of, to look at if you've got a slim wrist like myself. You might see one that, you know, you think, oh, I could really like that. And then, you know, do your own research, watch more reviews, get other people's opinions on them, and, you know, make a really well-rounded and informed decision based on that. But like I said, this is just some suggestions for you guys. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, maybe hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And of course, follow me on social media at Mr. Budget Watch. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.